Hello and welcome to the Tech in the Hood podcast. I'm your host, Ahmed Flex Omar. Tech in the Hood is a storytelling podcast that explores the past, present, and future of Chicago's cultural identity through conversations about community and technology. Each week, I reconnect with the friends and mentors who have shared this journey and spotlight new voices and innovators building the future of the Tech in the Hood. But one thing I want to pivot to is Virgil Abloh before we wrap up. God rest his soul. I mean, this brother, people didn't know about him. He was like walking around, Chicago back in the day, and all of a sudden, Louis Vuitton, right? So we're talking about, privilege and, changing the game and narrative and fashion and street fashion, but you were like another big brother to him.
Yeah. I brought him in on my team.
Can you talk a little bit about him?
Oh man, it's a little emotional, right?
Yeah.
Virgil comes to the crib, and I would send him emails about, hey, can you do this, Virgil? Create this for me, and as an intern, he wasn't getting paid. I think I might have paid him a little bit. He's like, man, let me have this, big bro, whatever. But I would just have him do tasks, and he would just knock it out. And then one day, Kanye was like, hey, Virgil can't work for you. No, I'm sorry, that's not true. Virgil was like, Kanye said, I can't work for you no more. I said, what? What you mean? Kanye ain't even know you. Don Cia introduced them or whatever. He's like, yeah, he hired me full time. I was like, man, Kanye's such a... I'm like, all right, well, that's going to take you further than I could take you because he's famous. And God bless it did. God bless it did, man. Virgil, man, his babies, man, his wife, his father-in-law. I mean, everybody. I loved him. His mama, his mama, his daddy, his sister. I had the opportunity to meet, Mr. and Mrs. Abloh. They were so proud, He went to school with a lot of my friends, a lot of my younger friends, and Virgil was just a super special dude. He would go to Jabari's spot, one of my business partners, and look at stuff all day. And it's just, man, wow, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, to see that happen, to see him play his role so well and learn so much that he became a global icon and repping Ghana heavy, repping Chicago heavy.
Off-white.
And, think about Off-White. Think about Pyrex Vision, right? Dope boy shit. Mm-hmm. Think about Off-White. Think about, that's dope boy shit, bro. Mm-hmm. You feel me?
Yeah.
Think
it was a tribute.
Come on, man. I was the first person to put on my Instagram Pyrex. I took a picture of Kanye when we was at the 2012 End of the World concert or whatever. No, not End of the World concert. Hurricane Sandy concert, Billy Joel, all like that. And Kanye wore that shirt. And this kid wanted to buy the sweatshirt off Kanye's back. His father was like, offered Kanye $5,000 for it. And he's like, it's gone. It's gone. $5,000 off Kanye's back. Like, I pay $5,000 for my son to have that sweatshirt right now. Virgil, brilliant. Virgil was a point of contingency for me and Ye in a bunch of ways, It's even up to his death. We had a conversation a couple of days about Virgil. I was gonna see him at where was I gonna see him at? Art Basel. He had an installation. And I just talked to him a month before on his birthday. And I was like, man, I love you, bro. He's like, oh, man. I said, how you doing? He said, man, I'm not battling anything. I'm not fighting anything anymore. I thought that meant he's well, but I think he's like, okay.
He was at peace.
That was my last time talking to him on his birthday. A month later, I was in Atlanta going to Fayetteville. I was driving home from Fayetteville back to Atlanta, whatever. Driving from Fayetteville to Atlanta. And I got the news that he had changed over. May Allah be pleased with his journey, man. Losing Virgil was big. It still is, man.
Mm-hmm. And it was incredible when he did that art installation at the MCA in Chicago.
Beautiful.
Paid tribute to everyone that was on that.
Yeah, to see
journey.
my name, see my name in the museum. I never thought I'd see my name in the museum. I was like, what? That's me. Malik is in the museum. Yeah, what? My name is in the museum.
It's beautiful.
This is crazy, bro. Thank him for that. You know,
the real brother.
People was hitting me like, man, Malik, I see your name. I'm in the art museum. I was like, thanks, man. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. Thanks. You can never get that enough, you know, and can never be, you know, grateful enough to Virgil for seeing fit to do that. And then also, you know, I give thanks to myself and to the Most High for fighting to stay on that album because, you know, Kanye will take you off an album so fast. What? Boy. So, man.
But you've recorded how many songs with Kanye?
419. I've got credit for 119. I got 300 songs I'm not credited on. Oh, my God. I'm working it out with him right now to get my credit on him.
That's incredible, brother. So last question. Yeah, young cat wanting to go into the music business, the entertainment business, or just business in general, entrepreneurship, right? What advice, you know, do you have for them right now in this age of abundance? There's also an abundance of distractions, right? So, well, what's your advice?
Prepare to suffer. Prepare to suffer. If you have the expectation to come in suffering, you're gonna be fine. If you have expectations for glory, you're gonna be disappointed because it might take you an extra 7 years added to your expected trek to get to where you think you're gonna be. Prepare to suffer. Prepare to go without. Prepare to downsize. Prepare to get money and not upside. You know what I'm saying? Not upgrade.
Right.
Prepare to get $10,000 and not spend it. Do not compete. Do not buy a Rolex. Unless you see a clear path that Rolex is going to take you to the Rolex club and then you're going to be with some Rolex founders and you got a person to sell it to for $12,000 and get the relationship with them. So it's building the relationships, you know what I'm saying? My boy Bricks, we were talking the other day and we agree upon this. You know, I'd rather have one song in my hard drive in the chamber, one hit song and 100 relationships than 100 songs and one relationship. It's not worth it. You don't want to have that one relationship. You want to go and grind for those relationships, and those relationships sometimes cost money. It costs travel. It costs time. It costs keeping up with the person. If you like you knock on the door and it don't open, you leave. In this game, you got to knock on somebody's door, then build a house next to them, knock on their door every day. Let them see you building the house, and then get that relationship, and then go to the next block and do the same thing.
It's hard work.
It's harder than it's ever been.
Yeah.
It's harder than it's ever been. I was able to come out the street, give a couple dollars to Common, buy some chicken, literally buy beer and chicken, go to his one-bedroom apartment and write songs with him. Then Carl Thomas at his one-bedroom apartment, you know, write songs with him. You know, Kanye in his one-bedroom apartment, you know. So I spent the money in the right place. A lot of people have made more money than me in the streets that didn't spend in the right place. One time, every time I tried to leave the street, I would go broke because I didn't understand the mechanisms. So I had to go back to the street. And one time I remember going to my brother Omar's house when I had realized I had to go back to the street one last time. Go back to the underground economy, if you will. And I went to my brother's house and we prayed. I went to Omar's house and we prayed. And I said, man, I got to go back out here one more time. But this time when I get, this is all I'm going to have. What I get this time, I'm not spending. I'm buying no new cars because I was, buy an Infiniti, buy a Lexus, buy this. Do that, do this, buy Benz, go this, go to Cancun. Hide your car downtown, do this, buy IROC. This time I had my plan before I went back to the street. So when I went and got the money, the plan was already structured. It wasn't, since I don't know what to do, let me just spend it on some Louis Vuitton, which I've done too many times in my life, obviously. But yeah, that was it, man. And then I was able to not look back, and I was able to leave the street, and told Kanye, I said, I left the street, bro, I'm gone. He's like, what you gonna do for money? I said, I don't know, but the streets it's too porous now. Everybody's telling, the police have infiltrated, and people that got caught is the police, and they turn, you know, confidential informant. It's just too much. And now you're being hunted from all places. It's not worth it. And luckily, we had built good music already. Kanye was like, you might as well just come over to the label. That was Grammy morning, 2006. So we were in Barney's, and he was like, you might as well just come to the label, you know. He went shopping. He blew like 10 grand. I was like, I ain't got 10 grand to blow. I might be able to spend a G, which is not much in Barney's. And we had built good music. Steve McKeever gave us the license. Steve McKeever from Chicago. And I remember calling him to get the license, because Steve McKeever owns good music. Shout out Steve McKeever. Hidden Beach. Michael Jordan. And man, so yeah.
Relationships.
Full on.
It's all it is.
You gotta be likable, man. Whenever I do an event, I'm always very careful to make sure that I'm on stage. I'm crazy wild. I'm cussing. I'm throwing stuff. I'm cussing people out. Lewd. But in person, I'm not. I'm none. You know, I don't want to smoke, man.
Yeah.
You know, I had a young man came to an event. He came in, and he went in and immediately started talking to every woman in there. I'm like, boy, that's such a mistake. Because you don't know whose relationship is who's got their eye on it. And nobody's going to say, hey, man, Malik, make sure you bring back the dude that came through to holler at all the bitches. Make sure you bring him back tomorrow. The dude that didn't bring nothing, didn't bring no liquor, didn't bring no weed, didn't bring no girls, didn't bring nothing. He just came to holler at all the girls that was there already while everybody else was working. Nobody's going to say, bring him back. So he's not going to be asked to come back. And as a matter of fact, they're going to say, hey, don't bring dude no more. Nobody wants to feel, but stop being soft. You intimidated. What you mean? They ain't intimidated. He the one that needs to change, not them. This they spot already. They already in the spot. They won already. They ain't got to stop being so soft. I hate when dudes say that. Y'all be tripping over these chicks. No, you the one tripping, trying to holler at everybody. Go somewhere else and do all that. This ain't you ain't building over there. Nobody's taking you on tour with them when they feel like every girl that they like in the audience, you gonna probably already hollered at her. Or when they break up with their girl, you gonna slide. Damn, nobody wants that. Oh man, and they intimidated. They ain't no man. No, you not a man. Because you can't figure out how to admonish yourself around other men. You can't figure out how to be a good citizen of the room. You know, I know I'm a pretty dude. You know, I'm beautiful. I know that. I know that women gonna react to me and respond to me a certain way. But that's just nature. They don't mean they want to slide with me or nothing. They just gonna respond to me a certain kind of way because I'm gorgeous. I understand that. But I'm going in with all respect. If that's your girl, your wife, your sister, your mama, your daughter, it don't matter to me because ain't nothing I'm gonna talk to her about. I'm gonna talk to you, and then you gonna say, that's my boy Malik, he cold. I'm working with him. She gonna be like, oh yeah, he's such a respectful dude, he nice guy. That's gonna be the limit of it. They're gonna be like, look at you. What? No, I might say nice shoes or something very innocuous.
Yeah.
Because I'm not interested in finding favor in this woman. I'm interested in this guy that I'm here to do business with, or this woman I'm here to do business with, but it's not gonna be in that kind of a manner. But it's
reputation. And it takes a lifetime to build that.
Lifetime. And I know people feel comfortable around me. I know people feel comfortable with their wives around me. I know Jay-Z feels comfortable with Beyonce around me. Even though I'm neurodivergent and kind of awkward socially, he know that I would never, ever cross that line.
Yeah, you got the professionalism.
And it's not just professionalism. It's really a moral standard. on not making her feel like she's accosted upon because she's a woman and she looks good.
All right.
No ID know that his wife is never gonna get hollered at by me. Mm-hmm. Hove know, much as weird as he is, he know that his bitch ain't never getting hollered at me. Even Kim is never getting hollered at by me. When she's with him, when she ain't with him, when we old, it don't matter. That's not what I'm on. Janae, okay, she's never getting hollered at by me. Big Sean is my man. I would love to do music with her, but that's not even as important as my relationship with Sean. For him to feel comfortable. And that's my job. Well, it ain't your job to make people feel comfortable. Why is it not? Why? Tell me why it's not my job to make people feel comfortable around me. If I'm being in a space, I'm not having nobody in my space I don't feel comfortable with. Just that simple. Mm-hmm. So why is it not my job? But people don't want that to be the job. They want the job to be they can rap real good, they can produce a beat, or they can design an outfit. That ain't enough. People can do that I like to be around.
Right. So it's not just the talent. But the going back again to the
skills.
Soft skills.
This ain't a talent show, Joe.
Yeah, it ain't
this ain't a skills and capability
yeah.
assessment.
It's a business.
It's a business.
Yeah.
And business is nuanced and it's personal. Mm-hmm. It's interpersonally connected.
Yep. And that's why a lot of the awards that you won were for best collaborations.
Best collaboration.
Working with other humans.
Working with John Legend. Mm-hmm. You know, Chrissy one time, I was on the red carpet and I was like, I spoke to both of them and I walked past and I walked back the other way and she stuck her butt out. I was like, John, Malik tried to feel on me. Of course, he knows she playing and stuff. I was like, whoa. I was like, excuse me. She's like, Malik tried to feel on me as a joke because she can joke with me like that because she know it'll never happen. And he know it'll never happen. You feel me? And I love Chrissy. I love her. What? What? People like, oh, she got controversy. Who don't? Come on, man.
Hey.
John, my man. John gave me a Grammy, bro. Like, what? I got 2 or 3 songs with John Legend, bro. 4 or 5 songs with John Legend. What? And he's always gracious, always accommodating. I've been to his crib to record. He's, what? Come on, man.
He's a cool brother.
Yeah, brother. And he's incredible.
Who gave him the name? Who gave him the name Legend?
Jay Ivy. Jay Ivy gave him the name Legend. He said, "No, you ain't John Stevens. You a legend. You John Legend."
And how did you feel about Jay Ivy winning first Grammy for what?
So proud, right? Like
poetry.
Because I was on the board before him, the Grammy board, and we were trying to get that category for spoken word artists. Because that's usually, excuse me, where comedians and authors, because Barack Obama had won that category before. Mm-hmm. Audio books. But we was pushing to get that. But I was spending most of my time in LA working with Ye at the time. So I couldn't be flying back on the day of the Grammy board meeting. So they let Jay Ivy come in and he took that spot that I had and he doggedly rolled that down, you know? People say, oh, the Grammys is politics. What ain't? What ain't politics? What you can drive is politics. What you can eat is politics. Where you can live is politics. No matter what, how much money, if I had $20 billion right now, I couldn't build a mansion in the middle of the damn Rhine. With $20 billion. With $200 billion, I couldn't do it. Because it's politics, it's political. With $200 billion, so what's not politics? So, that's politics. Oh, Jay Ivy won because of politics. Okay. But is he a great poet? Yes. Did he do a yeoman's task? Yes. Was it arduous work? Yes. Did he deserve to win it? Yes. Oh, it's a better album than say. Who says who? Mm-hmm. We got objectivity and subjectivity. Which one tells you what a good album is? Subjective. It's subjective. It's a matter of taste. To all the other poets in that category, I think they had good albums too. But my relationship is with Jay Ivy. He's been in my group, The Visitors, me, him, and JV. I've got songs with him. He's on my first album, you know. We've done mixtape songs together. That's crazy. So I'm rooting for Jay Ivy. I'm voting for Jay Ivy. They letting me vote. I'm voting for Jay Ivy. Not that the other people ain't my friends, but I seen Jay Ivy go to work every day for that. Fight every day to change that category.
Hey, he's a good brother.
Yeah.
He's a good brother.
He's, you know.
Malik, this has been an incredible conversation, man. We could sit here and talk, you know, for a lot more hours, you know.
We're tweaking. We already been 20 hours.
And the journey continues.
No doubt. More. And, we add more tomorrow.
Oh yeah, and I would love to have you back on the show.
I'm coming back. Again. I got my City Winery show tomorrow night. I'm gonna go act the fool, tear it down.
All right, brother. Go from there. It's nice to have you here, and thank you for being on Tech in the Hood.
Thank you, brother. I'll see you soon. Inshallah.
Inshallah.